Yeah, what's going on, guys? It's gonna be Hero Signal Gaming here, coming at you with another video. And today we're pretty much gonna be speaking about playing support. It is one of my favorite roles to play in Monster Hunter Rise and in, lots of few other games. It's a pretty necessary role, especially when you're fighting against certain monsters, taking on certain quests, or helping certain players. So, gonna be breaking that down as much as I can, so let's go ahead and get straight into it, yo. So what exactly is a support player? Because that's actually pretty important to even understand your role and what you should be doing as a support player. So support is pretty much someone who primarily focuses on assisting their teammates, whether it be with healing, utility, or items. And as a support player, you do want to prioritize assisting over damage. This is because usually when you decide to play as a damage player, you do kind of have to tunnel vision yourself. And as a support player, you want to remain completely aware of what's going on in the battlefield and where your teammates are, what's the status of their health, and what the monster's animations are. Now, understanding this, especially with the animations, is very important. A monster could be doing a certain animation, and a player could end up getting hits, and then some monsters do certain animations in combos. So if you don't flash soon enough, or if you don't dust off life soon enough, the player could end up dead. And the thing is, you could have been so focused on doing something else that you react too late, and then maybe you had your weapon out and you didn't sheath your weapon fast enough, and then the player ended up dead. So it's really important to try to stay somewhat passive sometimes instead of being kind of too active in the battle, just so that you can be ready to assist your teammates when they need help. Now, the next important thing that I do want to speak about is what skills should you actually run as a support player. So the three main skills that I want to highlight today are going to be Wide Range, Free Meal, and Gobbler. So with Wide Range, you do apply item effects that you use to your teammates within a specific radius, depending on what level you're running. With Free Meal, I would recommend running the level 3, but it does apply a 45% chance of not consuming an item that you used. So it's pretty much a free item use at a 45% chance. And with Gobbler, it does speed up how fast you can consume an item, so you're able to drink potions faster and maybe, gobble down a well done steak much faster. Now, the set that I love to run when playing wide range support is going to be the Mizu Sune set. It does come with, Resuscitate, Bubbly Dance. It does come with Free Meal on level 2 as well. So all you gotta do is just pretty much just add another gem to get to level 3. I really love Bubbly Dance. I haven't done too much research into it. It says it increases your evasiveness. Based on what I've seen, it seems like it slightly extends your evade window. I'm not too sure about that, but I'll probably look into that another time. I'll probably even make a video on that, to be honest. So another important factor that I should mention is having a radical menu loadout. Playing support does require you to be extremely efficient. You don't want to be fumbling around trying to find a specific item, so it's important to have a pretty organized loadout so you can have quick access to whatever item you need, whether it be potions, buffs, whatever your playstyle is. Just remember to have one of those set up. So when should you actually play support? Well, support is actually extremely necessary when you're assisting lower rank players. And this is because lower rank players have lower resources, lower defense, and lower finances. So with players of lower rank, they may not have as many items that, access to like lots of buffs due to not having as much time in the game to develop their Argosy or to farm these items from the Argosy. Also, they may not have the finances to be able to completely upgrade their sets, so they'll have much lower defense. And lower rank players will also have a lot less experience when it comes to monster animations and tactics and strategies in the game. So the best way that I would assist much lower rank players, which are usually players that are below Hunter rank 100, would be to up their defense. Now, playing a Hunting Horn is great for this, and the two best Hunting Horns that I would say that really get the job done would be the Diablos Hunting Horn and the Raytheon Hunting Horn. Now with the Diablos Hunting Horn, it has great attack, it has defense up, and has air plugs large, so that's really good. Now the Raytheon Hunting Horn, in my opinion, it's pretty broken. It has defense up and still has divine protection. Now that's really good, and it makes your teammates really beefy. It's a percent chance to activate divine protection, but it does activate, and it's really useful. So two items that I really want to highlight when it comes to playing a wide range support would be the Gourmand Fish and the Immunizer. So Gourmand Fish pretty much applies like health regeneration on teammates and then yourself. So it's really useful, but extra residual healing. And with an Immunizer, it does increase your recoverable damage speed. So like sometimes when you get hit and that like you can see that red portion of your health that kind of slightly goes up, it pretty much speeds up that recovery. So combining Gourmand Fish with Immunizer, it's really useful in combination with healing your teammate with potions, and maybe even if you're using like a healing Hunting Horn, it's really useful. So I would group supports into three categories, and this would be main support or healer, off support, and utility support. So starting with the main support, this would pretty much be your support that runs wide range on level 5 to provide maximum healing, maximum buffs, and maximum cleansing, but they'd just be lacking in DPS pretty much. Now in off support, I usually run this with wide range on level 3, just so I can invest more in a little bit more DPS. So you do have, a little bit of damage with a little bit of healing, kind of like a balanced version support. It is pretty useful when you're playing with maybe slightly higher ranked players that have a little bit more experience, but you just want to provide a little bit more healing to the player. Now a utility support would be a player that assists with even knocking the monster down or even applying status effects on the monster. So for instance, paralysis, poison, or sleep. That's always useful. And a good example of a utility support would be like a heavy bowgun that uses sticky ammo with Sluggard, to knock the monster down, as well as like paralysis ammo, or maybe even dual blades, like a paralysis dual blades or poison. But one of my main support builds does utilize a heavy bowgun and do specialize in exhaust ammo and recovery ammo. And recovery ammo is one ammo that I rarely see anyone ever using. I've actually only ever seen one player use it in my 1400 hours of playing this game, but that's definitely something that I want to speak about now. So in Monster Hunter, there's actually two types of healing. There's residual healing, and then there's burst healing. Now, a good example of residual healing would be that like a Hunted Horn that has health regeneration, or consuming a Gourmand Fish to get the health regeneration effect. Now a potion is actually a combination of burst and residual healing, as when you drink a potion you do get the initial burst, and then when you finish the potion you get the residual healing. Now the only way to get burst healing is through recovery ammo that's used by a heavy bowgun. So light bowguns do use recovery ammo, and I have run light recovery ammo and a light bowgun before. It does require a few shots to heal up the player. A heavy bowgun is just generally better than a light bowgun when it comes to recovery ammo, simply because a heavy bowgun can actually charge the shot and provide like a stronger burst of healing. Now, the only downfall with recovery ammo is that it does require you to have good aim. And recovery ammo is a projectile shot, so it's not, hit scan. It does require you to have good prediction of knowing where the player is going to go. So you pretty much have to learn the players that you're playing with, know if they're going to, wire bug recovery early or if they sometimes wait late to recover. But you have to shoot or predict where they're going to go. So I would recommend shooting slightly in front of a player, which I'm pretty sure you've seen in a few of the clips here in this video. So generally, support, does require some experience, and there are quite a few other things that I could mention, but just to save a lot of time rather than rambling on, I wanted to make some general points and some general ideas that you could work with. So hopefully you enjoyed some of the tips that I shared here in this video, and if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you're generous. And go ahead and subscribe if you want to support me on my journey of building this channel. So again, it's going to be Hero Signal Gaming signing out. Thanks for watching, and peace out, yo.